Hello friends, I am Alok Dubey and I shall be taking your mapping class for mapping of India and the world. Uh, as we all know that UPSC is asking question from different subjects of humanity, particularly the basic subjects of humanity, history, geography, polity, economy. But as far as geography and ecology environment is concerned, after 2013, UPSC is giving more focus on questions from geography and ecology environment, and they are contributing much, around more than 20% of the question in prelims examination. And they are also, as in particularly in geography, they are asking from 2013 more and more questions every year. They are increasing the number of questions in mapping. They are simply asking very straightforward and simple question from mapping, and those questions are very much straightforward. If you have simple knowledge of mapping, you can easily correct those answers, make correct those answers. But the problem is that they are asking a simple question, but in some, in very confusing manner. They give some countries and nearby some ocean, and they ask that which of the countries is not touching the border with the ocean, and at that point you find yourself in very confusing situation. So this is the course which is designed to make the mapping of India and the world very much comprehensive in nature, because I am going to cover many aspects of mapping, physical and economical. Economical means resources, infrastructures, power projects, all these things. And physical means physical aspect of Indian and world geography, like river system, mountain, plateaus, etc., etc. So this course is designed to make your mapping more the knowledge of your mapping more comprehensive and very much clear, so that you can easily answer the question particularly asked in the prelims examination. So the importance of mapping in civil services examination. For civil services prelims, the number of question from India and the world are around 3 to 5 questions. They ask minimum 3 questions and maximum till 2017 5 questions from mapping itself, and these questions are very much easy question but confusing in nature. So this means they contribute 6 to 10 marks in your prelims examination. 6 to 10 marks in prelims examination, which you can easily score these 10 marks very much easily. You can make this all of these 5 questions a right choice. You can correct the right option in your civil services prelims examination, and easily, very much easily, you can get these 10 marks. And getting 10 marks there very easily in that stressful condition make your confidence much more high in prelims, because the time between 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. is very much stressful, and your confidence play a much important role there, because if you are confident, you can easily even the question which you don't know, you can easily eliminate the wrong options, and you can make a smart guess in that question also. And if you are not confident enough, even you can make silly mistake in the question which you know. So for civil services prelims examination, mapping contribute 6 to 10 marks, very much important, 6 to 10 marks. And for civil services mains, general studies and essay paper, in paper 1 they from the geography portion, they are asking question on mapping from resources. They are asking question from resources, and you must, to answer these question based on resources, you must know the location of those resources also, because their location gives many hints for future prospects, for easy availability of resources or raw material, and you can make many points out of that location itself. If you are able to locate the asked mineral, if they ask, for example, anything, they ask on shale gas. If you know the location of shale gas, potential shale gas reserves in India, you can easily give 3 to 4 points on that also. And you all know that as far as mains is concerned, you will get more marks if you have more points. And this resources question contributes 15 to 25 marks in paper 1. Now in paper 3, sorry, this is paper 3. In paper 3, the economy and industry, you should they ask question particularly on industry, like textile industries, cottage industry. They ask potential of regions in economy. So if you know the resources, the infrastructure available there in any particular region of India and the world, and you know the resources which we have, like for example, if they ask question for the backwardness of states like mineral rich states like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Odisha, you can easily give the answer, because first you know the resources available there, they are resource rich. You know this, the resources: iron, coal, bauxite, etc., etc. And you also know the infrastructure there. So by knowing these two things, easily you can give the answer of this type of questions, and this makes the contribution of 20 to 35 marks in paper 3 itself. As far as essay paper is concerned, so topics related to resources, regionalism, agriculture and industry, every year one direct topic is asked from, minimum one question is asked from these topics only. And mapping makes these topic more, if you know the mapping, if you know the facts related to topic like resources, the resources available in India, the resources available in East India, the difference between the particular significance of line between Kanpur to Mangalore, what is the significance of area which lie in the left of this line, and what is the significance of area which lies in the west of east and west of this line. You can easily give more points, more relevant point in your essay paper in resources. Regionalism, you can easily give answer why migration takes place from northern India to southern India, or from the small cities, from the suburban cities to metropolitan cities, because of lack of many things like infrastructure, other physical infrastructure and social infrastructure. So mapping is going to cover the topic of physical infrastructure. So you can give many points on physical infrastructure apart from social infrastructure. Now agriculture, they can ask question on agriculture also. So to make your the topic of agriculture, you will give many points on social issues as far as agriculture is concerned, and many economical issues also. But if you add the points related to the physical things like the availability of water, the canal system, the area, the soil, this that can make why it is difficult to make canal there, because it is an area of plateau. So these will make your essay more attractive and you can easily fetch more marks. Industry, the location of industries, the location of raw material, and the infrastructure between the location of factory or industry and the raw material makes your essay more even they know. By giving these fact, you are going to show the examiner that you know much in this area. That's why you have chosen the topic related to industry, and minimum 125 marks essay directly asked from these topics. So the mapping will make your essay paper more marks fetching. You can fetch more marks if you know the location of resources, agriculture, industry, and you can easily relate the social issues and the economical issues with the help of mapping. So in this manner, mapping is very much important for civil services mains examination also, apart from civil services prelims, because it is giving the 6 to 10 marks, minimum 6 to 10 marks very easily to you in your prelims examination. And if you already appeared in prelims and you unfortunately you was not able to clear the prelims examination, you know the importance of 6 to 10 marks in prelims examination. Now the simple question asked in prelims examination: Mediterranean Sea is border of which of the following countries? If you know the mapping, you can easily eliminate the countries which you know that these are the inland countries. They, for example, they are not touching any of the sea. So Jordan, Iraq, Lebanon, and Syria. If you know that area of Mediterranean Sea in North Africa, you can easily draw the diagram of Africa, and this is Europe. Here the Lebanon, Israel, this is the region of Suez Canal, and this is Egypt. Israel, Lebanon, this is Syria, whole of Syria, and this is Jordan, and this is Iraq. So you can easily find out that Lebanon and Syria is touching the boundary with Mediterranean Sea, and Israel, not the Iraq and Jordan. So the answer is Lebanon and Syria, 3 and 4. The answer is C option. Which of the following is geographically closest to Great Nicobar Island? If you know the location of Great Nicobar Island, first of all, Andaman and Nicobar Island, and then if you know the location of these countries, you can easily get the answer. This is India, Sri Lanka, this is Nicobar. Here you find out the big island of Sumatra, Java, Singapore is here, and Brunei is here, somewhere here. So you can easily get here the answer that Sumatra Island is closest to Great Nicobar Island. Many people had given their answer as Sri Lanka, and many much smarter people have answered the Java, because they confused that Sumatra is here or Java is here. They are confused in Java and Sumatra, and they think that The upper island is Java and the lower one is Sumatra. So you must know the answer. You must know the map location. Then only you can give the answer easily. So this is how the mapping will make your answer. You have to give only 20 seconds for these type of questions, and that will also give you uh, more time for other confusing questions. Now, which of the following pair is correctly matched? This was asked in 2013, and the year 14 and 15 they asked more than uh, 4 questions in prelims examination. These are the sample questions. Abyssinian Plateau, Arabia, Atlas Mountain, Northwest Africa, Guiana Highlands, Southwestern Africa, and Okavango Basin, Patagonia. Which of the following pair is correctly matched? If you know the mapping, you can easily find out this plateau in Ethiopia, Africa, or not in Arabia, Ethiopia. The northeast, almost northeast part of Africa, African continent. Atlas Mountain, nearby Morocco, Africa. Here you can find the Atlas Mountain. So northwestern Africa is the correct option. It is above the Brazil in southern America, South America, the northeast part of South America, the northeast part of South America. Here you can find this highlands. And Okavango Basin, if you know the Africa, I'm drawing here. Here you find the Okavango Basin. Okavango Swamp and Okavango Basin is by here, not in Patagonia. Turkey is located between, they had given these options. If you know the Turkey, this is a small strait here. This is Black Sea and this is Mediterranean Sea. Where is Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea? B is the option. Gulf of Suez and Mediterranean Sea. You can say that Egypt is somewhere between the Gulf of Suez and Mediterranean Sea. Gulf of Aqaba. This is Gulf of Suez. Here is the Suez Canal, and this is Gulf of Aqaba. Here you can locate the port city of Iraq. So here is Gulf of Aqaba. Here is Gulf of Suez. So you can know that Jordan is here. Gulf of Aqaba and Dead Sea. Between Gulf of Aqaba and Dead Sea, you can find the country of Jordan. So these are the easy questions but confusing question which they asked in prelims, and that is why I'm trying to make this mapping more easy and more interesting, so that you can easily give answers of these type of questions. Sequence from north to south in Southeast Asia: Bangkok, Thailand, Hanoi, Vietnam, Jakarta and Singapore. If you know that, if we go from south to north, you will first find the Jakarta, then Singapore, then Bangkok, and then Hanoi. Because if you go through the latitude, Hanoi is on upper latitude than Bangkok. You are from India, so you can easily know the location of Bangkok, Jakarta and Singapore. You can easily find out that Bangkok is in the north of Jakarta and Singapore. If you know the Gulf of Malacca, you can easily find out that Singapore is in the north of Jakarta. So you know that it will be somewhere here, 341, 341, 341. But you are confused in these B and C. If you know the mapping, you can easily locate Hanoi, which is in the north of the Bangkok. So the answer is C, 3412. So these are the easy questions which UPSC is asking, but you must know the mapping. First of all, you must know the mapping, and these are very straightforward and easy question if you know the mapping. The condition is if you know the mapping. These are the sample question which are given in civil services in different years. In civil services mains paper 1 and paper 3, they land and water resources. If you know the location of land and water resources in different area, you can easily correlate the physical resources with the social problem, and this will make your answer more relevant and you can fetch more marks. Here the problem of inland water transport in India. If you know the national waterways, the connecting canals, the physical geological condition of that area, you can easily give your answer. Why there are problems in some area? Because in area we can find that area lies in the plateau area, and it is very much difficult to make canal there. And if you know the national waterways, you can easily give answer of this type of question. If you know the location of oil in Arctic Sea, the discovery of location of oil in Arctic Sea, you can easily give the answer of this type question. How does India see its place in the economic space of rising natural resources rich Africa? So you can, if you know the resources in Africa, in those countries, you can easily give your answer, because you know that in India we have so many mineral resources which we are exporting, but we need some mineral resources which we are not unfortunately India is not able to find those resources in India itself. So if you know the resource in Africa, you can easily get very good marks in these type of questions. So these are the sample questions which UPSC asked in its mains examination, and this I am giving this sample question because I am giving you if you know the shale gas, oil and gas resources in India, you can easily give the answer of these questions. The problem is that we lack the knowledge of location of the resources. We lack the basic knowledge of mapping. That is why we are not able to get good marks in these type of question. The students who are from geography optional get good marks in these questions. They get good marks in this question because they know the mapping and the location of these resources. You are lacking here, and this course will help you to come out with this type of things that you are not able to know the location of that resources. So Indus Water Treaty. Now the planning of the course. I will take a theme-based coverage of a course, like first I will start with the mapping of India, then that I had divided that mapping of India in many themes like rivers in India, infrastructure, resources, conventional resources, non-conventional resources, different type of things. Mapping of India will be covered in detail as to make it useful for your mains examination also. I will give you as much as uh, facts related to mappings and concept related to mapping, so that uh, you can easily solve the question which which needs the knowledge of mapping in mains examination. And mapping of the world will be continent focused, means I will take continents and will discuss all the aspect of uh, mapping in that continent, like the desert, the important rivers, the plateaus, the important peaks, the important resources, the important ports, etc. and etc. So mapping of India, first, as I told you that I will make it more theme basis, based on the themes. So I will first start with the river system of India, Himalayan river system, Deccan river system, and inland river system. I will cover each and every important aspect of these river system, their major tributaries, the facts related to those tributaries, like important dams, power plants, important sanctuaries which lie on the bank of that river, because UPSC asks question that this this national park is in prelims they ask question that from Kaziranga National Park which of the following rivers flows. So you must know the particularly the national park which are on the bank of those rivers, particularly the tributaries of Indus, Brahmaputra, and Ganga. You should know. You must know the natural parks which are lie on the banks of the tributaries, the major tributaries of these major rivers. So I will cover those things in this, and other aspect like the ancient name of the tributaries, the ancient name, because you all know that the government, the right, particularly slightly right wing government, is more giving focus on the Vedic age. So UPSC can ask question from those years also. They can ask, they can give you match the following type of, or which of the following pair is correct. They will give you the name of the present name of the river and the Vedic name of the river, and they will ask you that which of the following is correct. So I will cover those things also in this, because I'm trying to cover as much as possible, uh, more than 99%, so that you should not go to any other source for mapping. I I will try to cover the mapping course in more comprehensive manner. So I will give you the important facts and information related to these topics in your mapping course, so that you can easily get uh, full marks from the mapping question asked in prelims examination, and extra marks while using those facts and information in your mains examination. Now, mountain range in India, Himalayas, Western Ghats. Western Ghat is more important than Eastern Ghat. I will give few facts on Eastern Ghats, because UPSC is not giving more importance on Eastern Ghat because of its less importance. Purvanchals, Aravali, mountain ranges in central India, like Satpura, Vindhyas, Rajmahal Hills, Maikal Hills, etc. and etc. Now, then infrastructure of India, I will cover the important roads, important highways, important internal border roads, particularly ports in India, new ports in India, the first port which is fully privatized port, the first biggest port in India, the new ports, the importance of the difference between ports on the uh, western India and eastern India, and different, and the greenfield airports due to the Udan project. You all know that government comes with the project Udan, so they can ask greenfield locations of greenfield airports in India, big greenfield airports, national waterways, canals. As you all know, UPSC asked question on canals, dams, important dams, important railway corridors, Delhi Mumbai Industrial Corridor, Jalandhar to they particularly Delhi to Kolkata Industrial Corridor that they are thinking to extend to the Jalandhar. Industrial corridors and related facts like national manufacturing industrial zones lie on these industrial corridors, and other factors like different circuits, Buddhist circuits, Ramayana circuits, and these type of circuits. The diagram of the mapping of those type of circuits, and other topics also. Industry and agriculture, important industrial locations, particularly core industrial locations, steel, uh, fertilizer, because uh, in the last budget government had given a very important share of its budget to the fertilizer sector. So fertilizers, cement, etc., etc., special economic zones, national industrial manufacturing zones, refineries and corridors, smart cities, agriculture, cash crop location, important cash crop locations, and food crops and pulses, important location, important areas for pulses, for food crops like wheat, jute, rice, jute is in cash crop, wheat, rice, etc., and the cash crop like jute, sugarcane, soybean, the the ball of soybean like Malwa region of Madhya Pradesh, etc., etc. I will cover in these headings, under these headings: resources and energy, natural resources, conventional resources, mineral and metals, the location of mineral and metals, non-conventional resources, nuclear, like for example nuclear and shale gas. They can ask location of shale gas. They had asked location of shale gas and nuclear power plants, and the location of uranium and thorium in India. They can ask questions. Nuclear power plants, ultra mega power plants, solar power plants, the larger one, the location of large solar power plant, energy corridors. They ask question on in mains about energy corridors. They can ask locations of energy corridors, wind and ocean energy, wind power plants in India, major wind power plants in India, and the energy which is related to ocean current, hydropower plants, etc., etc. Resources and energy in resources, ecology and biodiversity, the biosphere reserves in India, national parks in India, tiger reserves and its corridors, the tiger corridors, like the corridor between Ranthambore and Sariskat, the corridor between Ranthambore and Mundraka, elephant reserves and corridors, other reserves, other important reserves, wetland sites, Ramsar sites, for example, map site, islands, important islands in India, and others like Chilka Island and these type of islands, and other topics and other tidbits like deserts, etc., etc., cold desert and normal desert, run of Kutch. So these I'm going to cover in this topic, under this topic. Mapping of the world, as I told you that I will take it on the basis of on continental basis. First I will start with North America, then I will cover the South America, then Africa, then Europe, then Asia, then Australia, then I will take the some latitudes, longitudes, like which of the following countries lies on uh, Tropic of Cancer, which of the following lakes which lies on Tropic of Cancer, the rivers which are cutting the Tropic of Cancer two times, Tropic of Capricorn two times, the peaks which lies on uh, for example equator, etc., etc., will cover important aspect of world map also, like the oil and gas reserves in Arctic Sea, the reserves nearby Antarctica, etc., and etc. So I will cover these things in mapping of